True. I think
Nico's also up.
Yeah,
First Nico of the tournament?
Up.
All right. Viego, a pretty easy shout for what Annie does with the pick, but into Nico, I think you're going to have very little agency.
All right.
All right. Well,
the Jungle Jacks.
Jungle Jacks.
Or the Jungle Malphite.
I think it's definitely going to be Jungle Jacks.
Just solo killed her. Just straight up. It was real scary. She is a dangerous champion. Let's jump out of the rift and see what she can do.
And you're not going to get much value out of Doran's ring early on in this lane either, so I actually really like this from Faker, something we didn't see in Challengers.
Making sure that you can avoid Blooming Burst hitting twice as well is actually kind of huge, so I really like that. As Gumayushi Carrier just continuing to push in over and over again, and the Jax lurking on the bottom side makes a lot of sense. Zeus is being left out to the Wolves just a little bit, but you can see that Doran hasn't really put on the pressure that much. Ona going to utilize the fact that they do have such control of the bottom lane that he can take this Drake without too much of a contest. Okay, that's an unstoppable force. He's dead. All right. Okay, Zeus.
Gotta flash those if you see the level 6 hit, and he's a little bit slow on it.
Yeah, you also got to smite those because they're dragons. But Peanut is just going to wait for the leap cooldown before he tries to get out of this one. Does eventually flash as Chovy turns into him.
But ultimately not going to lead to a heavy commitment. I say that. They're going to come back in.
Yeah, and he goes. Gumayushi's well and truly dead. That is going to be the second kill of the game there. This time going to GenG Carrier. Down by a couple hundred gold, but it's not really going to matter. This time the stun's going to land onto Chovy, who does turn into multiple versions of himself. And Faker, yeah, I'm not sure whether I really wanted to take that one. Just one more auto would have been enough. But Chovy not going to be diving the turret because Faker had the stun prepped once again. That could have just been instant death. Oh dear.
Potentially in trouble.
Yeah, actually dashing forward. Stand aside going to work out there as well. As now Tidal Wave's going to come down. Owner in position, that was Delight. In a bunch of trouble. They back away immediately. And Peanut, he's going to be flashing because there's a rock. It's going to land. A disc is going to come through as well to take out the rest of them. There is the kill onto the Jackson. This turret's getting real mad as Doran looking for an opportunity. Chovy's coming down as well. Pop Blossom comes in, but he's going to have to leave. Oh, nice snare to stop Faker from coming around as Doran not going to be hopping over that wall. And in the end, it is a win for T1.
Yeah, T1 here getting a lot out of this. Carrier?
Yeah, Carrier does manage to land that
flash.
one, but there's the flash, exactly right. Last auto going to come in, and maybe, just maybe, Doran is going to die for this one. As the Na is going to come through. Actually, lands on a bubble over the wall, and they pick up the kill. Oh man, Doran from dying 1v1 in the top lane to making that play happen. As Faker going to be pushed away there, shape splitter from Chovy to make sure that there's no one coming up to try and stop him. As they dive on top of Peanut, he is able to buffer the leap to try and get out of the way. And now the Mega Gnar going to come forward. Faker just waiting in the wings. Gumayushi. Okay, there's the engage. Doran presses his R button, but now going to have to back away because Owner is going to be in here. Pop Blossom to come down. Owner taking a lot of damage. Faker's already dealt with the Nami though, and Zeus will destroy the Lucian. Faker standing pretty far forward, but Chovy not going to be able to find much more than a snare onto a Tibbers, and T1 come alive. Well, they're just going to say thank you very much for the leash, I guess. They look to get this one started. Faker with his stun ready. That is going to be Cloud going to T1. GenG wanting to get them on the rotation as Chovy Pop Blossom, he's going to find them all, and there goes the jungler and Gumayushi. Can't cash in another one. Oh, it's a disaster, and GenG are now going to be able to find this turret.
They do end up losing half their turret and the Drake. Chovy faking him out here. And he's like, I'm in a good spot to engage this. Let's go, go, go. Goes in right past the Malphite and Holtz there. This on the long con flank. They did not see it coming.
Oh, Chovy.
Oh, Chovy.
Didn't need to translate that. Nope. His stand aside has been pretty good at the spacing. Got to check the spacing. And look, it's actually not too bad except the melee minions catching up.
Okay, that's a fake minion. Let's see if Chovy actually capitalizes. The answer is yes.
Oh, he looks for it, and it just does not work at all. Sometimes you got to work on that spacing as he's just going to get obliterated.
Wow.
Yeah.
I say he capitalized on it. I'm like, the answer is yes, but the real answer was he tried.
Sometimes you got to make sure that you get that.
I mean, that's a T1 Baron at 21 minutes.
Yeah. We'll see whether Peanut can get in here because it will be a flip. As there it is, the unstoppable force, they just go right on top of the Gnar, and he is well and truly dead. They're going surfing as well, and I think T1 are kind of happy about it as Carrier takes a lot of damage. And look, Owner isn't very tanky at this point in time, and so tanking the Baron isn't exactly the easiest thing. So no Barons, however, they do manage to get Chovy for free, and then a follow-up Doran.
But does have his stun prepped, so Peanut can't go in on him.
Yep, and the more, okay. Culling going to come down, out comes this! Oh my goodness, the Pop Blossom's massive into the backline, but I don't know whether it's going to be enough. He's flashing, he's getting the heck out of there, and Gumyushi is saying, no, you don't! The Gnar comes through though, and Gumyushi might be going down. There we go, boulder to the face, and that will do it. And Peanut in the backline.
That bubble!
Is going to take down his opposite number. There it is, and the ebb and flow will do it. Doran's now massive, and GenG have somehow, in the end, won this fight. This is what, Wolf,
okay.
hello?
Well, Delight.
Is that Baron?
Delight is a sniper. It was enough additional damage. And we're going to go all the way back to this moment here for Faker. Calling for the Nico.
Yeah.
And he knew. And everybody parts like the Red Sea. Faker just...
Oh man, we're going to start off this Drake now as all the way back into it. And keep your eyes on Zeus. See what this engage is going to look like. Once again, Pop Blossom comes down. T1 secures the Drake, but Gumyushi, he's just dead. Another unstoppable force, but this time, Pays will stay alive, and the rock will fall. GenG, what? This, I don't know, man. What an incredible game so
I mean,
far.
a game like this is always going to have so much volatility. You never really know who's going to win a team fight until it happens because it is all burst, it is all engage, and if you don't win that exchange, if you don't burst them down instantly, their counter engage is going to get you. I mean, it's a binary game of League of Legends with both of these compositions. GenG, they didn't shoot first this time around, but the shooting second was good enough.
Was it Greedo? Was he the one?
Greedo wins sometimes in an alternate reality where there's GenG, I guess.
I guess so. Well, now they're going to come out of the base. It is an exposed Nexus as Owner is trying desperately to save it. Doran has one thing on his mind, and it's the 50 gold inside that crystal, and he will take it. GenG will take game one. Chovy doing a fair bit of damage here. Gumyushi, even though he got denied a whole bunch of his stacks and didn't have the greatest of times, still did the most damage in the game.
I mean,
would you imagine it?
I can imagine it. In fact, I think there's a pretty good chance that it is in fact going to happen right before your eyes.
Surely not.
It is hard to pull it off, obviously, against Zeri Ahri to get the Gwen in there.
Oh, okay.
Hale is actually legit really good here because you have a free laning phase. You're going to be able to match a lot of that scaling later on in terms of what the Zeri's going to do. But Draven, low-range champion, right? Doesn't scale as well as Zeri because of Zeri's mobility, right?
What they just beat in game one. Oh, man. See what happens here as we hop into game two.
Rune here from Faker, by the way, going fleet footwork. And look at the follow-up, obviously, with the additional mana he's going to get back when he pokes here and the coup de grace. Yeah, you go red to red here as Owner, man. This is what I'm talking about. You punish the Kayle early. Owner is looking for it. Peanut wrapping around the long way.
Okay, let's see whether they can kill Doran before this one happens. Zeus already tanking up the turret. He's going to die first. As Doran, they do manage to take him down. Owner going to get on him as... Oh, man, the Zombie Scion a little bit scary there as Peanut wants to keep himself alive as teleport to come forward. Doran immediately coming back to lane. And there are wards everywhere, littering the map right now, as he will walk into one of them. There's the flash forward. Peanut is going to come out. Let's see whether they can keep Doran alive. He's sprinting away as fast as he can. Zeus might be the one to fall down, though, as Owner has to turn. Alcove Gaming to come through here as Owner taking so much damage. They're just trying to buy space to get him out, but Peanut's going to die, and Doran was baited. It's a T1 victory in the top lane.
I mean, keeping his footwork.
Well, Doran does have his ultimate. He's going to use it extraordinarily early, and I have a feeling, guys, that it's not going to be enough to keep him alive, as Owner misses the stun, and Doran is still super dead. There he goes. Viego gets himself another kill. Peanut not going to be there. Just pretty happy to have some time to get some camps, I'm pretty sure. As
I know Huni is molding right now over on the desk.
Oh, yeah. And Peanut might just be dead. As he, Warrior Trickster, but now that's on cooldown.
He's got 6, so maybe he lives this?
We'll see. There's the Cyclone. Zeus going to get knocked up. Another Cyclone is available.
that will continue to be a problem, and the lead will compound. Now, will he get punished?
Yeah, Peanut is here. Owner is just dead.
All right, caster curse.
Look at his flash.
You're welcome.
His flash is a couple of seconds. That is about as perfect timing as you can get. Dies or gets a cash out, because that is still a story of this game. Great Charm is going to connect. There is Chovy in trouble. Spirit Rush going to be invested. The flash has to come through. And Chovy, can he stay alive? Faker is still, he's still going to die. And it's a 1-for-1 in the mid lane, but I think if you're Faker, you're the one typing work.
Attempt to steal those away.
Oh, there's the ulti from Gumayusi. Pays just trying to get himself out of here. He's going to be able to do so as the train
left the station. Here we go.
Around the corner. All right. Delight not going to go for any block or anything like that. It's Pays just barely.
He flashes forward.
He flashes forward, and that is going to be Zeus grabbing the kill. Peanut looking to try and get in here as Zeus with his pet cat are in position, and Peanut's just going to try and get out. Delight and Chovy might just be dead as well, as it's a great stun from Owner. Heartbreaker comes out. Chovy is going to find a decent barrel, survives for a long time, but Zeus is going to line it up yet again. The Melio gets a kill somewhere, somehow, and Peanut's flashing away. He will survive, but I don't know whether Delight is going to be so lucky. There are bad guys everywhere, and this Melio is not on an adventure that he really chose.
So sometimes the robbers rob the train, sometimes the train robs the robbers.
Yeah. Okay, we're going to stop some backs there with the Whirling Death. Get into dire straits for GenG. They do have, I mean, we can talk about scaling until the cows come home as Owner. Not going to get body slammed, but there's the Everfrost. The cast comes down straight into the Cyclone as Whirling Death. Not going to find too much as Peanut looking to try and get the knockups onto Gumayusi, but the Whirling Death not going to come back in time, and now Faker, he turns up, and Peanut is so dead. That's another kill to Gumayusi. 2-0 and 2 now for the Zeri.
He's got level 11. Woo, yeah. That's 2/3 of the way there, Atlas.
Yeah, so
we haven't watched Doran in a while.
Body slam, and Owner is dead. Okay, that's a decent start here for GenG, and they'll move everyone over and grab a Drake. Doran's also top lane. He'll get a solo turret.
GenG turned this into a win. Doran gets top turret.
나 등골 빼먹어서 잘 성장 중.
I didn't actually catch what he was saying because he was kind of mumbling, but my theory is that I'm scaling.
Don't worry. That's what we were saying when Keen was playing it, and we felt silly at the end.
I think Guma's going to have a lot more agency. Now, will he get 15 kills? I don't know if the game goes that long.
Will he get 520 CS?
I don't think so.
Maybe not.
I don't think so.
But maybe. We just have to see. Okay. In goes Chovy. He's going to get charmed in the end. I have a feeling he's going to go down. He's trying to get out of here for Gumayusi. He's getting another kill. Shirley going to be charging forward as well as Doran just trying to get out as best he can. The turret would like to do the same thing but doesn't have the same level of mobility as now Peanut. Caught in the wrong place. Okay, manages the cute little flash over the wall. That should save him, but it's not going to save the game as a whole, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe a trap sprung here onto Zeus. Maybe some gold picked up.
All right, let's see
Question mark?
This can be given to Pays. Zeus. All right, let's see what he can do here. Teleport to come forward. Whirling Death is going to go entirely wide. And now GenG's trap is going to get sprung. Pays in trouble. He gets the Divine Intervention, but it is not going to do anything at all. Ulti comes through from Delight, but now it's all of these cooldowns. Cyclone's going to come in. Gumayusi, he gets himself over the wall. GenG trying to get out of there. The stand aside is fantastic, but it's not fantastic enough to stop the onslaught of just how broken Zeri is.
You ain't going to kill that Zeri? Not a chance. Never.
We've nerfed that one before as Charm is going to connect onto Chovy. It is just magnetized to this man. As Peanut is in trouble, he has to break his stopwatch. Doran trying to get set up there. Zeus just barely misses out on the Q. Diving on in once again.
Doran is scaling in the mid lane, by the way, trying to make sure the Nexus doesn't die to Super Minions. Level 16. There he is.
He loves that. That's what we want to see. If you're a GenG fan, this is the dream. The minions, you never need to go that far, and you can farm 2 lanes at once. I think this was all part of the game plan from the beginning.
And he clocks in the chat.
Oh yeah, well, Chovy's going to go for an engage, but he immediately gets charmed. And that is going to be that. The turret falls down as well. And without any sort of frontline to speak of, there is nothing GenG can do about this. Doran trying to get some autos in, and you mentioned the level 16. Well, the relevance just does not really exist. The last inhibitor will go down.
He's scaling! He got his 3rd item!
Oh no. Well, GenG just going to try and defend these Nexus turrets, but otherwise I think they're going to think about what they're going to do with the blue side in game number 3. Because I have a feeling this is all just a matter of T1 moving towards these Nexus turrets and finding their opportunity. The charm is just gorgeous. Delight going to be able to flash away as Doran going to press his R button trying to stay alive, but Zeus just ignores the Kale entirely. Peanut will turn up again, and there is a Nexus here to defend at least. Chovy, he'll turn up as well. And will they be able to actually stave them off? There is going to be Zeus falling down. It's a kill for Doran, his second of the game somehow, as the Zombie Scion's going to buy some space. And I have a feeling that is going to be the end of the Nexus as they're trying to get these autos in there, and there it is. That will take it down. Couple of kills for Gumayusi in the end.
You know, Draven can't do much. You put the resource on the Draven, the Kale gets even, like, bodied even harder. So, you know, it's kind of a loser situation. You're split between these two things. When Owner has the performance we saw from him in this early game, the great pathing, the red-to-red start to take Peanut's red buff away and guarantee they have that topside play. I think Keria is considering it because Blitzcrank is another strong option here for T1. Anything that allows you to make aggressive picks happen.
Yeah, the Blitzcrank it feels like a no-brainer. Absolutely. Keria will be locking that one in.
I mean, LeBlanc also not bad here, but I think the Ahri is the safest option.
And putting Zeus on Gragas is something that no one's surprised about, right? Around when he was debuting, of course, his first game was on the Gnar, but his next one was on the Gragas, and he looked absolutely amazing on that one. Very, very strong. Let's hop into the Rift and see how it's going to go.
I think T1 is really going to have to get early advantages here, get that early cash in, and just lock Pays down repeatedly. He did not take Cleanse, because there's a lot of different threats here. Wants to have the Ghost for some lane prowess here as well. But fortunately not able to get the grab.
Oh, okay. Pays is now ghosting. They're looking for Keria, and he doesn't have his flash anymore. Should be free food here for GenG. And is it already a Zeri moment at 2.5 minutes, Wolf?
I mean, it's a little early, but when your win condition here is trying to lock this Zeri down, it does feel painful. Doran.
All right. Doran also struggling just a little as there's the stun, there's the body slam flash, and Doran should be going down here, tries to get the boop onto Owner, but it's not going to be enough damage, and that is the second kill of the game. But maybe the leap strike was on cooldown as Peanut going to move his way in. Zeus completely out of mana, no flash, remember, as the Bramble Smash does pull him back, and he's going to be slowed for days. That should be the kill onto the Gragas, although he's relatively tanky. There it goes, and Peanut able to get that one tanked up as Doran tanks that last turret shot as well. Keria moving on in here. We'll be able to get yet another one. Let's see how well he does this time. This time the flash has to be used.
With this Draven pick, but they're behind. Doran.
Yeah.
I don't know about this.
I'm not sure about that. He's just dead. I don't know. I don't even know what the thought was. There's the flash hook. Stand aside, Delight. You are going down. That is Gumayusi grabbing a cash in pretty early on, and all of a sudden, everything comes up T1.
I feel like Doran kind of robbed us of the hype of that play on the bottom side a little bit with the play on the top side that happened right before it. As it could get worse. It could be worse.
It could be worse, Wolf, and it's happening right now. Although H's grasp coming in exactly. Is Zeri broken enough? He's flashing forward, looking for even more. Keria is very dead, and Pays now looking for an opportunity. Owner does move out of the way of the extendo beam.
Okay, well, it gets better here for GenG as they're now able to secure this Drake off of that pick because it looked really disastrous for them moments before. It's still not great. He's Kale, and he will get experience on levels, but let's watch this once again as he's so low and decides to go in here, and he just gets cast, and he's not in turret range.
He tries to move up.
Just give Gragas all the plate money, as Doran just cannot defend this alone, and they know that Peanut is bottom side. Oh, no way! No way!
Yeah, stand aside does come in. Fake is going to come down as well. That is a guaranteed kill, and Pays nowhere to go.
Doran is also so toast.
Oh, yes. He is largely dead, although there's the Heartbreaker. He tries to get him. It was an honest-to-goodness effort there, but it did not work out. And T1...
no way, man.
Another hook going to connect. That's a dead Milio, and that is another kill for Gumayusi. 3-0-0. The opposite scoreline to what we saw Pays have in the last game.
I mean, this is what it looks like when you're frustrated. You play too many games of solo queue, you need a break, where you just keep walking into hooks over and over and over again.
Man, I really hope that Keria doesn't miss me with his first hook. Because it's really getting frightening now as GenG Gonna throw out the ultimate.
Chovy needs a big
stun
stun here.
Length as he's looking to try and pick this one up. There is the stun. It's not big enough though, as in goes Doran. He actually does a decent work, but the dragon is stolen by the Draven. Somehow the Viego has died, and Pays was the one that picks up the kills. Now they're setting up yet another one. Zeus goes golden. Faker looks for the charm. Doesn't quite get it on the priority target though, as Pays taking matters into his own hands, and Gumayusi has no one to stand behind. Somehow GenG win the fight. It's on them to make sure that they get the cross-map trade, but Gumayusi's going to take mid out of turret as well. Hook is going to connect. They just blow up the Annie before she can even tibbers.
And there's the TP from Faker.
Yeah, congratulations, Peanut. You'll get a Rift Herald, but I don't know whether that's going to be worth it, as Pays still at full health. Okay, never mind. Maybe there is going to be one of these Zeri angles that we keep hearing about.
I don't know about it this time.
Doran could also be dead. There's the flash carrier looking for him. Wants that opportunity. Avoids the hook, avoids the charm. Okay,
1v5? No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
I don't think so, Pays.
I mean, she'd be strong, but is she that strong?
And, I mean, the last fight where it actually happened. Oh, boy.
All right. Well, Peanut loses the mind games there as Faker is going to charm him. That should be... Okay, never mind. It's not. He's not going to die.
Pays is on
the one that did it. Okay, Pays going to try and get this work done as owner. Is he going to be able to do it? No, he's just going to die. Chovy dives forward.
What?
Oh my God! No one can stop Zeri. She's got a triple kill.
All right, look, I was the one who said, guys, I'm kind of sick of the Zeri all the time memes. Like, you know, the champion is pretty strong, but I'm kind of sick of hearing about why she's broken and stuff. And sit back, farm it out, get that Titanic Hydra. That's what you're looking to do. Third item ready here for Guma. Collector's set.
Oh, they're going to find Zeus. Everfrost going to be used there, as he had to get out of that extendo beam, but he's still going to die, I think. That is going to be the bomber. Is that enough to keep them alive? As Doran, he goes golden. He's so far ahead. Chovy throws the bear on top of Faker, and that is going to keep Doran alive.
I mean, I cannot believe Zeus lived here as well, but so many flashes now on cooldown. Carrier's down. Faker's not back up yet. Zeus losing his, so that's a big tool.
They're looking for the angle. Carry off to the side, but there is the bear. The hook is going to be blocked by Doran somehow, and now Pays untouched in this fight. Ona goes golden. It's the whirling death to connect onto the Jax, but that is not the main part of this story. It's Faker is just going to get dashed on. The flash comes forward. All right, Doran threatening the counter-strike. Here it is, just to guarantee the Drake. That is Hextech Soul, and the Nature's Grasp also doing a fair bit of work. Doran going down extraordinarily low, but Pays, he's the main character of this one. It's a hook. It's going to connect onto Pays somehow, but he stays alive. It's not enough. He flashes. It's a Quadra.
Is it a penta?
It could be the pentakill because of
Give it to him. Give it to him.
Oh, there it is. The pentakill for Pays. Nerf Zeri, but man, this guy is good.
7,000 damage in the fight, and T1 looked so indecisive in that moment, walking towards the Drake. The ult comes out from Peanut to zone him away. They don't fully evacuate. They know they can't give away the soul, but the ultimate connects basically to the entire team. Peanut just presses R, and GenG win the game. It's a penta for Pays, 11 kills. The comeback is real, and GenG are going to steal away this series. Doran, 0, 5, and 8. Doesn't even matter. Well, he's going to get one more.
He's not, because it's carry. Doesn't do a lot of damage. That is going to be the Nexus falling. Some cheeky grins on the faces of GenG as they walk away with the stolen Nexus.
Taken following the footsteps of Ruler, who played Zeri incredibly well after picking up season MVP in Summer when the champion was broken. It does feel like this is the right player to praise on the champion, a player you enjoy watching play the champion. And you know, if it's going to be anybody, I'm glad it's one of our